Alright, so today I want to talk to you about the new MAC Dare to Wear collection, which was inspired by Lady Gaga. Doesn't mean there's any, references to Muppet costumes and, things of that nature, although that could be a lot of fun. But it really has to do with her spirit and the fact that Lady Gaga is so adventurous with her fashion choices, with her makeup choices. It's just so exciting to watch all of her style choices and the fact that she really incorporates a performance element to her art, I think is really exciting for all of us who love her and think she is fantastic. So, of course, Mac, who they also have Lady Gaga as a spokesperson for their Viva Glam campaign. They crafted the Dare to Wear color collection kind of in honor of that very adventurous spirit. And hence, the Dare to Wear name, it's all about actually daring to do this stuff, being bold, being brave, you know, experimenting with color, going for the really vivid shades, the really pearlescent lip glosses, etc. So, that being said, Dare to Wear. There are 12 eyeshadow shades in the collection, and most of the colors are matte colors. There are a couple of satin or pearl frost finishes, but mainly it's matte colors. They tend to be really bright, so there's you have Louder Please, which is a bright fuchsia color. Um, there's Sassy Grass, which you can imagine it's a really kind of bright grass green shade. There is Crazy Cool, which is a pretty lavender. I'm actually going to show you that one. There's Going Bananas, banana, yellow, pam. So you get it. Lots of really bright, fun hues. I'm going to show you three of them. I am going to start with the Crazy Cool, which of course always makes me think of TLC, Crazy Sexy Cool. So, um, here we go. We have Crazy Cool right here. As you can see, it is a really pretty lavender. Very soft lavender. It's going to be one of the hottest shades for fall makeup. And I think it's a really pretty versatile shade. It tends to work for a lot of different women, different skin tones. And this particular shade I like a lot. I'm wearing it on my lids. I'm actually wearing all three shades that I'm going to show you on my lids as we speak. And I'm going to try to get closer in a little bit so you guys can see the look I created. But it has, going back to Crazy Cool, it has a little bit of a pearlescent finish. But what's interesting is that the micro particles, the shimmering particles, are so finely grained that it doesn't feel glittery. There's no like chunky pieces in there. It's not gravelly. It feels actually really velvety, soft, and like I said, it has a hint of shimmer, but very subtle. So moving on, we have a really intense kind of grape purple shade, and this one is billed as a matte shade, but if you look closely at the compact, you'll see sort of these very tiny scattered fuchsia pearls in there, which I think help to give the color its depth. And so I'm going to show that to you right now. This is Shockaholic is the name of this eyeshadow. So that's it. This is Shockaholic. Like I said, very deep, fun. Next, I'm going to show you Going Bananas. Right away, Going Bananas made me think of Bananarama. And I'm totally dating myself with this reference. But Bananarama, I love them. I'm your Venus. So, when I was young, I had a lot of Bananarama jams. Matter of fact, I think we might have had a Bananarama album on like an LP, if I remember correctly. And they wore a lot of yellow. And so I saw this shade, and right away it brought me back, and I loved it right away. I was hooked. So Going Bananas. There you go. Really bright, sunny yellow. Um, Lots of fun. This is a frost shade. Um, it's really, really fun. So the look I created, which I'm wearing right now, is basically all three colors that I showed you. I started out with um, the Crazy Cool, and I applied that all on my eyelids and also along the crease. And then after I had done that, and it goes on very soft, but you can layer it. So I kind of was building up the look until I got the intensity that I wanted. I then applied the Going Bananas along the very middle of the eye. I didn't stretch it all the way to the inner corner. I literally did a block right here in the lid of that color and layered it till it had completely covered the Crazy Cool shade, and I made sure that it ended right below the crease. Made it very cool, very crisp kind of arc right there. And then to add a little bit of a deeper contrast, I went for the Shockaholic at the outer corners of the eyes, and I used that to also blend along with the crease to add some definition to the eye, so that the crease basically has Going Cool and Crazy Cool and Shockaholic, both of those shades kind of mixed together. And so those are the three shades I've been playing with. Now, for the Dare to Wear lip gloss, there are 6 shades of Dare to Wear lip gloss. Each of the tubes is very thin and long, much longer than your traditional lip gloss and much thinner than your traditional Dazzle glass. I actually, and I'm sure a lot of people will disagree with me, but I actually like these better than I like most Dazzle glass shades. The reason being the texture. I love the Dazzle glass, the amount of kind of glitter and sparkle that you have. It's really good for when you want to make that kind of statement. But the texture for me, I tend to find that a lot of times the Dazzle glass glosses are very kind of gunky, like sticky, and they sort of make your lips feel like they're sticking together, and just it's not always the most comfortable thing. And from a practical perspective, I think sometimes because of that consistency, the color doesn't remain as evenly distributed on lips as you want it to. With these, it does, and they're really fun. They glide on really nicely. They feel just the right amount of sticky. No, not too much, not, perfect. I'm gonna show you a couple shades. I'm gonna start with the brightest one. I'll start with just one, which is one of my favorites, of course. Which is the Gimme That. It's called Gimme That. It is a beyond bright fuchsia shade. Like, remember the shade of Marilyn Monroe's dress in Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend? Amplify that times 1,000. Add enormous amounts of glitter. Like, if you took all the diamonds she was wearing and crushed them all together into tiny, tiny, tiny pieces, you would have a shade like this. So that's what this is all about. A really fun shade, especially for me, because I like to experiment with different colors, is this one right here, this beauty, which is called the Bend This. And obviously it has kind of a defiant spirit. It's an iridescent purple shade. Tons of sheen. We're talking tons of sheen. And actually, it's funny, the Bend This, when I saw it, it reminded me a lot of this Ella Mosca shade that I use all the time, which is Tantrum. So if you're familiar with the Tantrum shade, if you see them kind of side by side, you'll see there are some similarities in terms of the color. The difference is that the Bend This shade, the MAC shade, has tons more pearl particles. Next, I really like this shade. This is the Dare to Dare, and it's a soft blue tone pink with kind of these, white pearl particles. I actually have it on my lips. Well, that's it. That is the few colors that I had to show you from the Dare to Wear collection. Hopefully they inspire you to be daring.